Okay, so once again, you're welcome. And this evening, like we promised, we are going to be looking at crypto trading. And we are going to learn quite a number of things this evening. Our time still remains just approximately 1 hour 30 minutes. And after that, we'll be out of this place so that we could go prepare for work tomorrow. All right. So we are dealing with crypto trading this evening. But before we proceed, do you have any question regarding all we've been learning all this while? Did anybody try something out that he or she faced a challenge that he may want us to maybe help at this moment? The only thing we advise you is no matter how pressing it might look to you to go and start buying cryptocurrencies, we advise you don't buy anything now till you have been able to gather some knowledge to make decisions that are healthy to you. That's more of what we could tell you now. More often than not, when people get to hear about cryptocurrencies, they always feel so excited and they just want to start buying immediately. But that could affect us in the long run. Okay, so if we have any issue that we would like to resolve before we proceed, maybe based on the last two sessions we've had, we'd like to deal with them. But if there is no issue, maybe we could proceed. Okay, I do have. Okay, so since we are not getting any question, raising of hands or anyone in the chat room, we'll proceed immediately. We just have 1 hour 30 minutes, so by maximum 9 o'clock, we should be out of this place. But should we finish before 9 o'clock, we'll be out of this place too. Okay, so we trust that you should have learned something in these past few days, and we are going to be combining all of the things we are learning to putting it in practice as regards to crypto trading. Okay, like we said in the earlier sessions, more of what we will be focusing on is on the trading and investment, not on the mining, okay? Because mining requires some high level of technical skills, which we are not up to, all right? So if you want to learn about mining, maybe you go and take a course in cryptocurrency or Bitcoin mining. There are several courses someone could take on cryptocurrency mining or Bitcoin mining to be specific. So our anchor will be much more on trading and investment. All right, that's where we are going to focus more on. All right, so let's look at what we have here, Bitcoin trading. So the keyword there, or the keywords there, are the Bitcoin and the trading. So where Bitcoin is a digital asset and trading involves buying and selling, right? So we could actually say that Bitcoin trading is the buying and selling of Bitcoin. That's in simple terms, all right? Please, if you can see my screen, I will also need you to confirm, please. If you can see my screen, please, I will need you to confirm. If you can see my screen, please, can you type 22 in the chat room? If you can see my screen very clearly, it's moving. Okay, so thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Bitcoin trading. Bitcoin trading is the art of buying low and selling high. And that is actually the magic of making money on Bitcoin or making money via Bitcoin. You buy low and you sell high. That sounds so interesting, but just wait till you get to the end of today's class, okay? So you could understand what we mean. Unlike investing, which means holding Bitcoin for the long run, then trading deals with trying to predict price movement by studying the industry as a whole and price graphs in particular. So you can do Bitcoin trading as buying and selling of Bitcoin. So you buy high, you buy low, you sell high, or you could do crypto investment where you buy perhaps when it's low, then hold for a longer time, then sell when the price is high. So you could do that by predictions. You could buy at low price and then predict that, okay, maybe in the next 1 month, Bitcoin will move by $1,000%, or $1,000 increase, $2,000 increase, $3,000 increase. And you've already set a benchmark of what you want to achieve when it gets to those points you've predicted. More of these predictions come from studying of graphs, studying of news, studying of major economic events around the world that could affect either the increase or decrease the supply or the demand of Bitcoin in the exchange platforms. All right. So that is very, very important to understand. Trading is for a shorter time. Maybe you could be doing it daily, weekly, or monthly, but investment could be for a longer time. So you could leave your Bitcoin for like 1 month, like 2 months, 3 months. Some will leave it like 1 year before they will come back to it and then find out what has been the increase on it. But we'll go through both of them. That's the Bitcoin trading and the Bitcoin investment. We'll go through both of them so that we understand them and then decide whether we want to go into trading or investment or both. All right, very, very important. There are two main methods people use to analyze Bitcoin price. It could be the fundamental analysis and it could be the technical analysis. We are going to look at both analysis, right? Successful trading requires a lot of time, money, and effort before you can actually get good at it. Why we are taking this time to provide this education for free? It's not as though we cannot place a fee on it. I'm definite that if we had placed a fee on it, maybe $1,000 or $2,000, some people could have been much more eager to learn. But we are not placing a fee on it because even if we place the fee on it and you don't get to learn it all, at the end of the day, you lose your money, you lose your time, and maybe you don't have the right motivation to go into it. All the $2,000 will be lost. All the $1,000 will be lost. All the investment of time will be lost. But at least when you learn it for free, as it were right now, you won't lose any money. Like we have made it a point of call to keep reminding you, if this is your first time of coming into the crypto environment, don't buy anything yet. Don't invest anything yet until you have gathered enough information to build your confidence to trade. All right, very, very important. And just know that it's going to require your time. Bitcoin trading is going to require your time, just like the way forex trading requires your time. You're constantly going to be monitoring prices. If you're doing trading, obviously you're constantly going to be monitoring trading price charts and all of that. So if you want to be selling every 1 hour, obviously you're going to be paying attention. If you want to be making $1 increase every 5 minutes, then you're going to be monitoring it. For every 5 minutes you see an increase, you remove your profit and then wait for another and then remove and then wait for another and then remove. So that's going to take your time. If you're going to be trading just on overall of a day, it's okay. You're going to have a benchmark of, say, okay, for every time you hit a particular benchmark, you trade. That is also going to take your time to monitor that. But I've said also in the other class yesterday that when we say monitoring, we didn't really mean that you're going to put your attention on your phone every now and then. You're the one that will set your time. And also some of these online exchanges or the wallets or the blockchain where we open the wallet, they have timers. By the next class, we'll be teaching us on setting timers, stop, lose, or is it stop, lose? Yes. So you set a timer where If it gets to this point, automatically you are informed to sell, either by a vibration on your phone or an alert on your phone to inform you that yes, you have hit your price target. Then you can sell. Then you set another timer, so the timer automatically removes all those stress of always putting your face by the phone and opening and closing and trying to find out whether you are doing it right or wrong. And then, importantly, if you don't have enough information about cryptocurrency, you're going to lose money. And that's why many people call it scam. That's why many people call it scam, because cryptocurrency is just exactly like the way forex trading works. Crypto trading and forex trading is just exactly the same way. The both of them work exactly the same way. If you are into forex trading, you will agree with me that dollar is not always at the same rate all the time. You get what I'm trying to say? So that is the same way that cryptocurrency also works. BTC, Ethereum, or other coins can never be the same rate all through the day. In fact, in 1 minute, it's almost an impossible task to have BTC remain in one place for 1 minute. Okay, so it will involve you putting in money, then monitor that money to bring results. If you don't have enough information and you go and put your money, you might lose it. It's either you lose it to scammers or you lose it due to lack of information or lack of skills. Okay. And there are so many people online that are always looking for who to dupe, who to scam. When someone start telling you 500 BTC available at at $300, 300 naira per dollar, please be careful. You could lose your money for nothing. Anybody trading below what the market is saying, be careful of those kind of deals. You could lose your money for nothing. Okay, so we will get through this together. And then another important thing you may need to put into consideration is that it will also require your effort. Crypto trading or Bitcoin trading is a business. So you need to understand that. So the way you put attention to your business and create effort for your business, that's the same way you create effort and attention to crypto trading. All right. In order to trade Bitcoin, you will need to do the following. Open an account on a Bitcoin exchange like blockchain.com. A blockchain works as a wallet, at the same time works as an exchange. Okay, so when you're not exchanging, your money is in your wallet. All right. So verify your identity, deposit money to your account, open your first position on the exchange. That is either to buy or to sell, whichever one you want to do. Now, to deposit money to your account, we'll deal with this later. All right. Although we spoke a little about it yesterday. Now, short to long-term trading. You could decide to do short-term trading or long-term trading. The short-term trading is the one we are calling the Bitcoin trading. The long-term trading is the one we are calling the Bitcoin investment. And for the short-term trading, you could decide to buy stock and resell. So you can earn daily, you can earn weekly, you can earn monthly. So let's take, for instance, you decide to buy $1,000 BTC, not because you want to hold for a longer time, but because you want to hold and sell to those who will want to buy BTC. So maybe you bought, currently I think they are selling at $480 per dollar. So let's assume you bought at $465, which was about 3 days ago. It was at $462, $465. Now you bought $1,000 at $465. Now currently they are selling at $480. By selling your 1,000 Bitcoin at $1,000 Bitcoin at 480 as against 462 or 465, you would have seen that within the short period, you would have made some gain. Then you could also go retire again, maybe watch the market and then decide when to buy again, hold, and then sell to people. All right. Or you could just buy stock, hold it for a while and just be waiting. Maybe for every $1 increase you sell, just monitor it and then decide to sell. If you decide to go that way, you can be earning every hour. You can be earning on daily basis, on weekly basis, or monthly basis. But remember, it requires your attention and requires skills. And nonetheless, there are some apps they've developed these days that can help us monitor these things. Then another way is that you can buy at low price and then sell at high price. Most often it takes some time. So that becomes the long term. You could earn monthly. You could set your target at monthly, at quarterly, or yearly based on your sales benchmark. Okay, you could invest $1,000 and say, okay, over the next 3 months, I want to make $500 from it. Then you keep your cool and then monitor it. And while you are deciding to make $500, you also know that there is plus and minus. Is a risk, or there is a risk involved. You might not at the end of the day make $500, but it can get to a point that if you don't sell, it can return back to your $1,000. So you have to wait for another 3 months again. I don't know whether somebody's getting me. While you're setting your benchmark maybe of $500 per month, you should note that there is a point that it gets to the Bitcoin rising might face resistance, which will drag Bitcoin back, and then before it will overcome the resistance. So importantly, while you're setting your sales benchmark, you should also set your stop lose. Okay, stop lose. Stop lose could be, okay, I want to make 500, but if it gets to 490 and then start coming back, please, when it gets to 14, I want to sell. That will help you out. Okay, then you sell your $400. If you want to still continue to wait for the 500, you say your $400, then allow the 1,000 to grow again. Okay, important tips on trading: the higher the investment, the higher the profit, and vice versa. That's just it. Like I said it over and over again. You don't invest $100 and expect to reap the same profit as the person that invested $1,000. You don't invest $1,000 and expect to reap the same profit as the person that invested $5,000. You don't invest $5,000 and expect to reap the same profit as the person that gave $1 million. So your return is based on your investment. All right. You can increase your sales turnover to make profit daily. For those of us that are trading on a daily basis, you can increase your sales turnover. What does that mean? You sell to more people. If you have a trade of $5,000 in a day, just an imagination that you have a trade of $5,000 in a day, and for every trade you made $5, and that $5,000 you did it perhaps 100 times. By 500, that will give you like $500 in your 5,000 investment in one day. Okay. If you decide to increase the turnover, maybe you increase it to $10,000 and then sell in the same, with constant turnover, you could be making 1,000. In the same way, if the higher your turnover, the higher your profit. Okay. Okay, now let's get a little bit into this trading methods. Trading methods. We have principally 3 trading methods. All the information we are providing here, they are from 99bitcoins.com. So you could also search them out, 99bitcoins.com. Trading, day trading, you could have day trading. This method involves conducting multiple trades throughout the day and trying to profit from short-term price movements. Day traders spend a lot of time staring at computer screens, and they usually just close all of their trades by the end of each day. Okay, so you could get more of this information on 99 Bitcoins. So for those of us that want to trade daily, this is what you possibly face. Then you have the scalping as a trading method also. This day trading strategy is becoming popular lately. Scalping attempts to make substantial profit on small price changes and is often referred to as picking up pennies in front of steamrollers. Scalping focuses on extremely short-term trading and is based on the idea that making small profit repeatedly limits risk and create advantages for traders. So scalpers can make dozens or even hundreds of trades in one day. Okay, so why the day trading, they are focusing on conducting multiple trades throughout the day and trying to make short-term profit based on movement. The scalping guys are focusing on picking up small pennies. Okay, just make substantial profit on small price changes. So I buy high volume, and then I bought let's assume I bought 465, and then I see 468. It has risen to 468. Then I will sell and make $3. Okay, but I will sell it in larger volumes, right? So I bought 465. Let's say $1,000. That's 465,000. Then I am now selling at 468. That's 468,000, right? So I made 3,000 naira maybe in 1 hour. Then if I have a community where I buy low and then sell high, it makes a whole lot of sense. And that's one of the things that we will also be exposing in this class, how you could buy low or where you could buy low and then sell high in another platform, right? That is also very, very important. Then the last one there is the swing trading. Swing trading. The swing trading is the type of trade that tries to take advantage of the natural swing of the price cycles. So the swing trading focuses on price cycles. Okay, swing traders try to spot the beginning of a specific price movement and enter the trade. Then they hold on until the movement dies out and take the profit. Swing traders try to see the big picture without constantly monitoring their computer screen. For example, swing traders can open a trading position and hold it open for weeks or even months until they reach the desired result. So swing traders are like the long-term investors. Okay, they are like the long-term investors. All right. Okay, I saw some hands up, and if those hands are still up, maybe you could ask your question before you forget. Fasiranti, I saw your hand up. Engineer Dave, Elvis, I saw your hand up. So do you still, okay, so Engineer Elvis, please kindly unmute and go ahead.
Professor Banito, good day, sir.
Good evening, sir. Sorry, I missed your call today. Today had been a very busy day for me. I'm so sorry.
I know bother you much.
Sorry.
I'm very happy that you're discussing this topic because recently I just lost some money to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Over 200,000 naira.
Wow.
So I had to learn the hard way. But
Yeah.
thank God. But another thing I wanted to find out, you were discussing about this Kali trading. Because I got, before I got a call that I can invest $100 to collect $1,200 to collect $1,250.
Okay.
And I was shocked because it was like within 12 hours. And I was like, no, this is not possible.
Please
but
be
I said,
careful.
let me just try. And no, I was just, let me just try. So I gave the guy the money to do it. After doing it, the guy brought out $2,000. And I was like, let me cash out. The guy was not telling me that I need to maintain my account.
Okay.
Asking me that I should pay another $400. I was like, wow, okay, let me pay that. If I knew they asked me to pay another $800, I said, you guys are nonsense.
Yeah.
Away from it. But what I noticed is that as that one happened like 3 days ago, I was very devastated. I was very annoyed. But I found out that from experience, like teaching me, I had to sit down, read a lot. I even thank God that you're doing this. So I said, let me just use this one to chip in that I've learned a lot from your platform for the past few days you have started. And I've also learned a lot that it's better for you to do long-term investment with notable platform than just see any kind of platform and jump into it. That's also I should just chip in. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry you had to lose 200,000 naira with extra $400 and some others. Sorry. Okay, Pastor Randy, please kindly unmute. Let's hear from you.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
And thank you very much for this opportunity.
You're welcome,
so I wanted you to throw more light on how. Thank you, sir. So I wanted you to throw more light on how someone invests and when the investment has grown a bit. Say someone invested $1 and set a benchmark of $500, the way you painted it the right time, and say after a period of time, one has about $1,500. So I wanted to find out how someone can reinvest the total amount, now the principal and the small gain on it, into the business again, rather than cashing out the gain or due amounts.
Okay, just keep your mic open. Although before we get to the close of this program, at least for today, you would have understood it. But Bitcoin, like I said, Bitcoin trading is just like forex trading. If you had $400 in your forex account, and then it now at 400 naira per dollar, let's assume. So 400 times $400 multiplied by 400 naira will give you about 160,000 naira, right? Then all of a sudden you noticed that there had been an increase from 400 naira to 420 naira per dollar. Now, if you really want to make good gains at that moment, you sell your profit. That's the $20 on each of the dollars. So that means you have $20 multiplied by your 400 units, which will give you about $800. So you could sell off your $800 and keep that one in your account. Now, the rising and falling of dollar will not affect that one at the moment, but it could affect your remaining $400, your original investment in the wallet. In the same vein, we do the same thing in cryptocurrency. So let's assume you invested 1,000 and you want to make 500, right?
Yes, sir.
To avoid moving from 1,500 back to 1,000, where you started from, it's better you sell off your 500, keep it in an account, then monitor that 500. Notice before you actually sell, you would have noticed that, okay, this is the best time to sell. It's not that you just made 500 and you decided to sell. No, you actually notice that, okay, you begin to watch the graph, how stagnant it is, how fast it's dropping. That's another thing. How fast it's growing or how fast it's dropping. Most often, if BTC is growing too fast, it's the same way it will drop too fast. So if it is growing so fast, we encourage that when you get your 500, please sell off. Then allow the remaining growing fast to continue. So maybe you sold at 500, it still grew so fast, then you had an extra $100 on your 1,000. That's like what, $600 overall. But you've sold your $500. Even if it decides to drop to 1,000, you will still have your 500 somewhere. That when you now monitor the market and feel like, okay, so it is growing again or it is time to buy, you could bring out your $500 again and invest. Now, your portfolio will be reading 1,500 naira investment, not just profit, but it's now reading investment. And one thing with this is that as soon as you're sure, or we get to that point that we are definite that it will grow and not go beyond the investment line. Please note this. You're sure that it will grow and not go beyond the investment line. When you put that extra 500 that you initially withdrew, you now bring it back. That 500 will begin to yield profit on its own. The 1,000 will be yielding profit on its own. Now, anything you now get at that of the 1,005, which is now your total investment, you can then withdraw it also. Your 1,500 will still remain. So gradually you're building your capital investment through accrual of profits. I don't know whether that makes sense, sir.
Exactly.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so I think we can proceed. Please, if you have any question as we are going through, please just stop me and I will answer to avoid forgetting questions, because these areas we are getting into now, they are really very interesting areas. Okay, so analysis methods. So question of when should I sell, when should I buy? Just like what I just explained to Mr. Fasoranti now. So can I predict Bitcoin's price movement? The answer actually is no. But there are certain things that could indicate that, yes, it could move up or it could come down. For instance, anytime there is going to be a global economic meltdown, whatsoever that will affect the traditional economic system will, in the other way around, improve that of the cryptocurrency. So, for instance, the whole COVID-19 brought massive increase in the cryptocurrency. Now, US election, obviously, everybody expected that US election should be a bomb to the growth of cryptocurrency, of which it did. Now, another bomb that people are expecting is all of this, their court case, and then till January when they'll be swearing in. Cryptocurrency will follow that trend because there is going to be a whole lot of money pumped in, okay? Digital currency, as it were, pumped in. There is going to be a whole lot of volume of transactions, okay? That also will be an indicator that we could be waiting for something. Now, people are intentionally investing for Christmas. I hope we're aware of that one. That major event of Christmas can also affect the growth of cryptocurrency. Okay, it could also affect the growth of cryptocurrency. By January, there is a proposition that cryptocurrency will increase. Because why? The economy, as it were, naturally, during January is not that favorable. So there is going to be a balance from the cryptocurrency side. So all you can do is make predictions based on major events, or you read trends. You read trends. And that's why we are encouraging people to invest in knowledge first before they invest their money. If it takes you 1 week, 1 month to take the time to read and gather information, especially about the major factors that can determine whether cryptocurrency will increase or decrease, and then gather information on how to read trends. Trends are not gathered in a day. Some people read 24 hours trend, some people read 48 hours, some people read 1 year trend, but more often we find out that results on trend are much more better off when they are read on a long term. So a 4-year trend movement will give you much more insight than a 1-year trend movement. And somebody reading an 8-year or 5-year trend movement will give you more insight than the person who is reading 2 years trend movement. So you could use trend analysis, or you could use external factors that could affect the growth or decrease of BTC. So the short answer is that no one can really predict what will happen to the price of Bitcoin. However, some traders have identified certain patterns, methods, and rules that allow them to make a profit in the long run. No one exclusively makes profitable trades, but here is the idea. At the end of the day, you should see a positive balance, even though you suffered some losses along the way. Yes, you could invest your $1,000 and all of a sudden you just see yourself at 950. Yes, obviously you're making a loss of $50, but you're not going to be selling at that point, and you're not going to allow fear to grip you. All you need to do is allow it. It could move from 950, then you find yourself at 1,005. It is easier to smile at 1,005 than smile at 950. Okay, it's easier to smile at 1,005 than to smile at 950. Okay, but that's the way movement is, and you just need to understand it and bear with the patterns. All right. But one of the greatest assurance is that if you don't trade with fear, if you trade with confidence, you will barely lose your resources like you invested. You will barely. Those that actually lose, they lose out of fear. Okay, they begin to panic and be like, okay, oh, it's going down, it's going down. And all of a sudden they start selling. And you just find out that the day you just sold your last BTC, that was the day it now shot to the price you were expecting. And at that moment, there is no gain for you again. And perhaps there could be some losses out of fear. All right. So we'll also look at the method for predicting. People follow two main methodologies when they analyze Bitcoin or anything else they want to trade for that matter. It could be the fundamental analysis or technical analysis. For the fundamental analysis, just follow this explanation. Just follow it. There is nothing so technical in this one we are talking about. It's just common sense. Common sense and observations. That's basically what you use to trade. Now, in fundamental analysis, basically the prediction of price by looking at the big picture. In Bitcoin, for example, fundamental analysis evaluates Bitcoin's industry, news about the currency, technical development of Bitcoin, such as the Lightning Network, regulation around the world, and any other news or issues that can affect the success of Bitcoin. So all of the increase in technology, all of the world regulation, of course, anytime we begin to see that dollar, which is actually the international trade currency, begins to stabilize, nothing is affecting it. You will see Bitcoin will either remain stagnant or it begins to drop. But anytime you see an economic effect on dollar, Bitcoin will begin to assume a higher dimension. Okay, so these are some of the things we could use. If Bitcoin, let's assume a particular country now say we ban Bitcoin. Let's assume a major world power say Bitcoin is abolished in their country, and their country is a major driver to international trade. It's going to affect the growth and decrease of Bitcoin. So all of those news should be followed. But nonetheless, I think I will advise that you have your own understanding of Bitcoin indicators, all right? Because some of the news could so give you a panicking heart that you go and start selling when you're supposed to be holding, or you start holding when you're supposed to be selling, all right? So it's important you get to understand some of this. This methodology looks at Bitcoin's value as a technology, regardless of the current price and at relevant outside forces in order to determine what will happen to the price. For example, if China suddenly decides to ban Bitcoin, this analysis will predict a probable drop or probable price drop. Just imagine a country like China that is almost pioneering and powering most of the technologies. In fact, we could actually say that China is the hub of technology. So if people like China ban cryptocurrency, there will be war. Thank God they were able to adopt cryptocurrency. Okay, they were able to, their government had put up some regulatory approaches for them to adopt cryptocurrency. So that's one of the reasons you're seeing cryptocurrency soar. Okay, during the time of COVID-19, China paid a lot of emphasis on cryptocurrency. Okay, they actually wanted to use the cryptocurrency as a bait against US. All right, so it was one of the things that helped in pushing of cryptocurrency. So fundamental analysis could help. Then we'll have the technical analysis, which tries to predict the price by studying market statistics such as past price movements and trading volumes. It tries to identify patterns and trends in the price, and based on this, deduce what will happen to the price in the future. The core assumption behind technical analysis is this: regardless of what's currently happening in the world, price movements speak for themselves and tell some sort of a story that happens or that helps you predict what will happen next. So if you took a look or take a look at Bitcoin for the past 10 years, assumedly, you could probably notice that, okay, for a particular period, there is a period that it halves, it goes to half. Then after that period, it now doubles. Then after some years again, at exactly or probably the same period, it drops so drastically. Then you notice also that at a particular period, it shoots so drastically. In 2017, Bitcoin went as high as $19,000, all right, $19,000. Then it dropped again to 7,500. Now imagine from $19,000 to 7,500. Now it's trying to get back to the $19,000 that it dropped from. Okay. Now the truth is, it will definitely get to the $19,000. So some of us that are coming in now will get to meet up the $19,000, and there is actually some price indicators that by December, Bitcoin could be hitting $21,000 to $22,000. Remember, all of these are based on fundamental analysis and technical analysis. All right. Okay. So which method is better? Well, as already said in the previous session, no one can accurately predict the future. From fundamental perspective, a promising technological achievement might end up as a flop. And from technical perspective, the graph just doesn't behave as it did in the past. The simple truth is that there are no guarantees for any sort of trading. However, a healthy mix of both methodologies will probably yield the best result. So give in to reading graphs, give in to news, crypto news. Okay. Anything, any major event that will affect crypto, pay attention to it. Pay attention to it. Okay. With the adoption of cryptocurrency in a country like Nigeria, okay, I don't know how many of us actually know so much or know a little about cryptocurrency in Nigeria. When cryptocurrency came out in Nigeria, it was a big frustration to those that were using it and to those that were either mining it or trading it. In fact, most of the people that were called Yahoo boys were under the guise of crypto traders. And since the government didn't understand it, they believed that they were scamming people. Okay, so you had so many of the young boys, young ladies that were molested by SARS, molested by EFCC and all of that. There was actually a particular young man that shared his story, a final year student, I think it was at Abeokuta, that happened, the Federal University of Abeokuta, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, that happened. Now, this young man is a final year student, and he was a crypto trader, okay? And he said that night he had about, $2,500 or $3,500 that people actually gave him to trade for them. He was trading for them. At the same time, he was preparing his final year presentation that he was going to present the next day. Now, he said, because he has shown his friends about how to trade, so he got some of them, and that particular night, there was no light in the school, so they were using generator. So all of them came with their laptops, and they were monitoring what was happening. And all of a sudden, some people broke into their room, and lo and behold, it was SARS. And they beat all of them up that day, took them to cell for no just cause, and then locked them up. And the young man said he kept telling them that he was just trading. There was nothing wrong with what he was doing. For any time he said it, it was a threat on his life. And he said he missed his presentation, his final year presentation, the next day, and they collected 200,000 naira from him to bail him, not his friends, so just to bail him alone. And he had lost $3,500 because of what happened. Now, he couldn't just help, but for every time he was having the flash of what happened to him by the encounter I had with us. And not too long after that incident, he didn't make his presentation. He lost $3,500. How was he going to pay it? He actually had to go and commit suicide and died. This was a story that was carried on newspaper. One thing with us, I know there are more than one country here, but I'm speaking from my own country. One thing with us in Nigeria is that we only publish news. What is true only become true after the people involved would have either died or had some severe consequences that nobody would have come to think of how to help. Okay. Now, in from 2015, 2017, in Nigeria, we had CBN, we had SEC, we had House of Rep strongly kicking against cryptocurrency in Nigeria because simply they couldn't have control over it. They couldn't regulate it. They didn't know where exactly it was coming from. So it was a very serious challenge to them. And then there was a mix of so many Ponzi schemes coming in the name of Bitcoin. Pay 10 naira and get 20 naira in 24 hours. So there was no economic, as of then, there was no economic rationale that can give that. But today we are definite that there are economic rationales that can give that by the evolution of cryptocurrency. Now, the same CBN and SEC that defied the opportunities of cryptocurrency 2014 to 2017, in 2019, the federal government had to create or had to establish a conference where they talked about e-Nigeria. They had e-Nigeria conference last year. And in the last year conference, the major topic was on blockchain and cryptocurrency. And by 2020, they had an adoption strategy for blockchain. And they are proposing that by 2030, they would have made $10 billion from cryptocurrency and blockchain. Now, this is automatically telling you, just listen. This is automatically telling you that in the next election in Nigeria, cryptocurrency could be growing. Because if Nigeria decides to adopt it, the economic activities around Nigeria will also, or some of the external factors around Nigeria will also affect the growth of this coin or coins. Now, some of us noticed that during the End SARS protest, look, just listen to me carefully. During the End SARS protest, BTC actually grew. BTC was growing because why? There were actually influencers in Nigeria within the End SARS protest regime that were raising money through BTC because government, CBN banned the accounts that were funding the protest. Government banned the people that were giving money in the name of donation. So they had to use a decentralized system of cryptocurrency exchange to raise money, okay? And that also affected the Bitcoin within that short period of time, okay? So if Nigeria is adopting it, then we should be strategic enough to see the future alongside with the government, okay? There are so many things I may not be able to say here tonight. Some personal experiences I've had that I would not like to share. Just keep them personal, as it were. But I think some people are still finding it difficult to understand that, yes, this thing called cryptocurrency is the future of finance, is the future of money, not just to Nigeria, but to the global world at large. I had to take time to read so many information about this cryptocurrency. And I was so surprised that people like World Economic Forum have their backing to say that the greatest revolution that will bring about the greatest economic prosperity in the world is from cryptocurrency. And people like PwC, you know, somebody and some people have their personal biases, especially some of us that are in the IPM environment. They have their personal biases that no, IPM is not a cryptocurrency company. We shouldn't be talking about cryptocurrency. It's going to affect our integrity. Now, we looked at companies like PwC. A company like PwC taking a research on cryptocurrency and coming out to tell us that cryptocurrency is the future of the future of money. So I wonder what else we want to do. Okay, if people like Israel could come up and say, okay, now as a country, they are taking cryptocurrency as a major source of revenue generation, and US also, and UK, and Canada, and all of that, then what else should we be teaching? Now, if we had actually termed this course business management, and inside business management, we are teaching you cryptocurrency, would you really say we are deviating from maybe teaching management or teaching business, as it were? If we are said, okay, this course is strategic financial management for financial experts, and inside it, we are teaching cryptocurrency, do you really think people will have that personal bias of saying, okay, IPM, you're deviating from your main goal? I think our main goal is to make sure that we provide the right value to people through training. That's our main goal. Okay, our main goal is to provide value to people through training. That's our main goal. IPM has not come to tell you there is an exchanger. We are not an exchanger. We are not a blockchain technology owner. We don't have any blockchain app. All we are doing is understanding this future and trying to get as many people as possible to see the future and then begin to prepare for the future. And I think passing the information has nothing to do with our integrity. When our integrity will become a question is when we say, okay, pay us $200 to give you 1,000 Bitcoin. That would be a complete scam. That's where you can talk about questioning of our integrity. Or men will tell you things about the communities that we want to introduce people to, and then the communities are now things that are scamming people. That's where you can ask, okay, this thing IPM is doing, no, it is, we are deviating, or you pay people back their money and leave the environment. But for the fact that we a training organization, please, anything that is called value that will help our clients get better, we are interested in researching and developing on it, because one of our core values as an institute is research and development. That's one of our core values. The only way we can remain relevant is to research and develop relevant curriculum that will deliver relevant value to people. All right. All right. Thank you so much for that. So I think I've said so much. So quickly, let's look at common trading mistakes. And I think we'll be stopping here this evening. Common trading mistakes. Number one, risking more than you can afford to lose. Just have it at the back of your mind that crypto trading is business. And just like business, some people, or we all have benchmark to what we can put in per time. Okay? Just the same way business has positive and negative risk. In the same way, crypto trading has positive and negative risk. When you invest in business, you can lose, you can gain. In the same way, you can trade cryptocurrency, lose or gain. How many of us have actually wake up because we started bakery and the bakery failed? We'll not say it's a scam. How many of us have actually wake up one day and say, this business I started is a scam? You started producing or you started school, and all of a sudden, due to lack of skills and lack of information, the school closed down. And you now wake up and say, hi, this school is a scam. Educational system is a scam. How many of us can actually wake up and say that? But for the fact that cryptocurrency is still a child, we can actually wake up and talk to cryptocurrency the way we want to. But very soon, cryptocurrency will grow, and it will start talking to those that talked back at it when it was an infant. Okay, so if you must preserve your heart, please start small and then grow gradually. As you learn, you grow. Remember, I always use myself as a case. I started trading with $50. Then I bought $100 to it. Then I added 500. Then I added some other more. And now, if I see you and you are genuine and you have BTC, I will buy from you. I don't know, as it were to me right now, if I see you and you have BTC and you're legit, I give you your money, you send the BTC, I will buy. Okay, but before I won't do that. Okay, I won't do that. Why am I doing that now? I'm doing that now because I have other people I can sell to. I have a community of people that, okay, I can buy from someone who wants to sell and sell to people who want to buy. Even if I were to be making $1 per sale, that is, or I make $1 for each of the $1 I bought from the person. If I were to sell $100 and I bought $100 and I'm making $1 from out of the $100, you could actually agree with me that I'm making a little gain. Please, whether we believe it or not, this is part of management. It's part of business. It's part of our everyday life. Okay, so that's very, very important. So trading is a very risky business, whether it is Bitcoin trading, whether it is normal business trading, whether it is digital trading or physical trading. Trading as a whole is a risky investment. Okay, is a risky investment. So don't think, and please, okay, I think we'll get there. If you invest more money than you are comfortable with, it will affect how you trade. and it may cause you to make bad decisions. Don't go and put money that you're not. When you go and use your money and buy tractor, and say you're going to become an engineer, you buy tractor or you buy dredger, do you all of a sudden go and sell back your dredger and say, what did you say you want to make your money back? You're not sure of this business. You don't do that. So you can actually invest the one you're comfortable with. Invest the one if you want to start with $1, nobody's going to stop you. If you want to start with $50, $5, nobody's going to stop you. It's just for you to use it to learn. It is better you lose small and learn big than to lose big and learn small, which will shrink your encouragement to even go further. All right. Then the second mistake there is not having a plan. Not having a plan for your trade. So if you must trade, you must have a plan. Your plan is, are you going to be doing short term or are you going to be doing long term? Are you going to be doing day trading, scalping, or swing trading? Which one are you going to be doing? Are there seasons you will wish to do scalping, and then seasons you wish to do swing, then seasons you wish to do? Of course, for me as a person, I think I would say I do all three. Yes, I do all three. There are days that I just keep monitoring it. Like the last time I sold, I just made up my mind that I was going to, if this thing hits at a difference of $150, I was going to sell. Okay, and all of a sudden it hit 200, and then I sold. It's at another time I said, okay, I was going to leave it for 200. It actually got to 100 and I didn't sell. It came back. So now what I do is I will set $50 gap. If I want to sell per day, I will just set $50 gap. So for every $50, I will sell. And some other time I may say $20. If I just check the chart, it's not moving anywhere. It's not going up. It's not coming down. It's better you start selling all of those $1, $2 that are coming on top. So that even if it decreases, you just go back to where you started from. And then you start afresh. But you would not lose those your $20 or $30. Or now, if you remember the last time we started this class, I think there was about $85 on the margin I was trading with. But as of today, what is there is $25. I had wanted to sell at 100, but it dropped to 25. Okay, it dropped to 25. So am I going to kill myself? No, I know it will come up again. But when it come up, I'm not going to be selling at 80 again. Possibly I will sell at 200. When the resistance is broken, you will see it move faster than you expected. So what is your plan? Your plan should be your encouragement anyway. So another mistake people make when starting out with trading is not having an action plan that is clear enough. In other words, they don't know why they are entering a specific trade. And more importantly, when they should exit that trade. So clear profit goals and stop losses should be decided before starting the trade. Very, very important. Then another common mistake is leaving money in an exchange. If you're not trading, don't leave your money in an exchange. It's better you put your money in your wallet, especially your blockchain wallet. But don't go keep your money in an exchange. Okay, don't just, I think that was also what I was trying to explain earlier. You have a benchmark of 500 and you have reached the benchmark of 400, and all of a sudden you're still keeping that profit there. You're still keeping it there. It will just go. So if you begin to notice that this 400 is coming to start, is either you're trading it off immediately or you're retrieving it to your bank account. Then keep your capital investment in your blockchain wallet. Okay, keep your capital investment. It is more secure there. All right. This is the most basic ground rule for any crypto trader. Never leave your money in an exchange that you are not currently trading with. If you're not trading with that profit, don't keep it there. Just remove it. Leave your 1,000 or your 2,000 or your 500 or your $100 you're trading. Leave those ones. But you see that one you're not trading with, that one you are expecting as a profit, as it's coming, be removing it. If it's possible to put a pipe that will be removing it automatically for you, please be removing it. Okay. Leave your, what they call it, your investment capital, leave it in your blockchain wallet. Keep it there. All right. If your money is sitting on the exchange, it means you don't have any control over it. if the exchange gets hacked, goes offline, or gets out of business, you may end up losing that money. Whenever you have money that isn't needed in the short term for trading on an exchange, make sure to move it to your own Bitcoin wallet or bank account for safekeeping. And please, our encouragement since we started is, if you need a blockchain wallet, please use blockchain.com. We are not advocating for them, but for the fact that they are the first and they are the safest and they are the fastest, and when it comes to fee, they are the cheapest. That's why we advocate for blockchain. You see these ones that we tell you that when you log in now and deposit $100, you get $50 extra. Please be careful. Those things can close overnight. First of all, there will be high traffic on those websites, and the high traffic alone can crash the website. Both you and them will lose. Okay, so we have to be very careful on this matter. Remember, if you have any concern so far on anything I'm teaching here, please kindly raise your hand, ask me a question, and we'll answer it. Okay, so Mr. Elvis is asking the question. Say, what of Luno? Well, Luno is good, but the only reason why, personally, my experience with Luno is just the charges. It's just the charges. That's my experience with Luno. Luno is good. Luno is great. And thank God it's adaptable to Nigerian environment. But my only challenge to Luno is just the charges. The charges could be very much demoralizing. Okay. Okay, I thought I saw Imole's hand up. Okay, please, Mr. Elvis, kindly unmute and go ahead.
Yes, Luno is good. Yeah, I said it already. Then another thing about blockchain. Blockchain is in dollars. It's not too to understand. But Luno, when you have two wallets in Luno, you have the Bitcoin wallet and the and the Naira wallet. So it is easier for you to move your, like assuming now you have bought Bitcoin, you have exchanged your Naira to Bitcoin. You can move it to your exchange wallet. What you want to do with it, make your gain, then it comes back to your account. Then you now move it back to your Naira. You can now move it back to that Bitcoin. If you want to now transfer it, it's easier to transfer. But when you're using a blockchain, last time I used blockchain, for me transferring it in, they're giving me problem that I don't know, the exchange rates. I had some mix up, so I don't know. I used it, but I was not just comfortable with it.
Okay. In this class, we have a full tutorial on Luno. And for those of us that will join us in the crypto community, we will be giving out those materials for free. So you could actually see the difference between Luno and Bitcoin. Now, if you're doing Luno to Luno trading, it's perfect for you. But if you're doing international trades, blockchain is perfect for you. I'll repeat that again. If you're doing Luno to Luno transactions, it is perfect. That means possibly you could be doing more rotational business within Nigeria. But if you are opening trade for international community, you wish to sell to anybody, anywhere in the world, then blockchain is the best for you. Okay, Director, please, your hand is up. Can you please say something?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, I'm very, very happy to be here.
You're welcome,
in fact,
sir.
I've learned so much from you, sir.
I know I know you're a crypto expert. So we too, we are happy to have a crypto expert like you here.
Yeah, I've been trading since 2008.
Can you imagine?
I started with forex trading. I started with stock exchange, moved to forex trading, and now I'm into crypto trading.
So you have been a strategic trader.
Of course, right from day one.
You're welcome,
actually,
sir.
I really appreciate you. I learned so much today. I just want to throw more light. It's very hard for people to believe what they don't know.
Yeah.
In fact, when it comes to Bitcoin, a lot of people have, turned against me. I even vow that I'm not going to call anybody to any business again. And I want to be doing it myself. When they see it, if they come, I'll just show them the way they will make it and go my own way. because people will take it as if maybe you are trying to collect money from them. They don't know what you are trying. Even with the little I heard for the past 3 days, it has been an invitation and it has increased my way of trading from now on. What I want to also stress that Luno is good when you want to make low cost exchange.
That's right. That's right.
Maybe want to move your want to convert your Bitcoin to Naira and directly to your account.
Yeah.
Is good, but the charges is high.
Yeah.
I was looking at what you sent yesterday. That this confedpay.com.
Okay. Kufred.
Confred
Pay.
Kufredpay.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it for the first time yesterday. I
Okay.
opened it. I want to look at it if I can use that as my local this thing
Yeah.
than Luno. If I show you my phone, you see Luno on my phone, you see Bitcoin. I've been using Bitcoin for the past how many years now? It's safer. Nobody will touch your coin. Nobody.
Yeah.
Except you give somebody, that person, your wallet. And I always tell people that anything you don't have 90% control over, please don't put your money into it. I've been scammed. This all this mining, whatever. Please
Yeah.
stay away from it for now.
Yes.
Please,
Yes.
I'm begging us, stay away from it. But if you want to get Bitcoin, you want to keep your wallet very well, I advise you, just as doctor has said, please go on blockchain.
Yeah.
It's the safest. Your money is with you. It's not like you open your wallet and put your money inside your wallet and put it in your pocket. Nobody will open it. Nobody will close it for you. That money is safe with you. So that is also what I want to emphasize. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, Director. Thank you so much for lending a voice. Okay, somebody asked a question here. What of Binance, sir? Okay, Binance is also good. But I have personal challenge for Binance because it's always hacked. Binance has the challenge of always being hacked, always being copied, always being so the projects on Binance always easily get hacked. That's my challenge with Binance. Okay, but maybe with time, as they increase their security, it will get better. All right, Mr. Ashola, thank you for asking. All right, so let's quickly round up right now. Mistake number 4, giving into fear or greed. Giving into fear or greed. If you must trade, please don't trade with fear. Don't put your whole saving inside it, thinking that you will make 1 million overnight. You see, fear and greed, they work hand in hand. All these people that are being scammed, okay, some of us were actually scammed because we didn't know. But you see all these people that want to put 20 naira, make 5,000 naira, that greed it can cripple someone. It can cripple someone. So importantly, don't give in to fear. Don't give in to greed. And the most reasonable way to reduce fear and greed is to constantly network with people who are in the system and constantly increase your information base towards cryptocurrency and perhaps Bitcoin in particular. Like I said, there are so many other coins. By the time we are all done with this trading and finally we want to now start and say, okay, let's start, you will find out that not everybody might even buy Bitcoin. Some may go and buy altcoins, maybe Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, or others, Ripple, Tron. They may decide to buy what their money can afford. All right. So that is very, very important. Then finally, number 5, not learning the lesson. Regardless of whether or not you made a successful trade, there is always a lesson to be learned. No one manages to only make profitable trades, and no one gets to the point of making money without losing some money on the way. This is a very basic fact that as business persons, we must understand. The important thing isn't necessarily whether or not you made money. Rather, it is whether you manage to gain some new insight into how to trade better next time And that is the whole essence of okay. Sorry, my network went off a bit and came back. Okay, so we will continue with our discussion, and then by next discussion, we will be discussing on Bitcoin charts, and then we'll be looking at how to read Bitcoin charts, irrespective of the wallet you're using, or irrespective of the blockchain technology you're using. We'll learn how to read it. Then we'll learn how to use automatic reminders, all those stop losses and all of that. Those of us that use Luno, I'm sure by now you would have know how to set your price alerts and all of that. Those of us that are in blockchain, I'm sure by now maybe you've not known how that one still works, but we'll find out and then we'll share it. All of what we are trying to do from our own perspective is to make sure that we provide information that will create value to us. I will say this finally as we go and rest. I just found out that just the way we talk natively that both poverty and wealth are all choices, I also found out that decision to go into cryptocurrency or not go into cryptocurrency is by choice. Nobody will be coerced to be rich. In the same way, nobody will be coerced to go into cryptocurrency. So please, you could learn everything you're learning, but if all the information you get here is not enough to make you to go into trading, please don't go bringing your money. Say, why are you bringing? Say, because IPM mentioned it. Please, IPM will not be responsible for any loss or gain you made in the name of trading Bitcoin. We are not crypto traders. We are not blockchain technology. We are not, in fact, we are not accreditators of Bitcoin. We are just providing information. And the essence of the information is to allow you to make decisions with those information, process the information and make decisions with them. All right. Okay, so our next meeting point will be by Friday, November 20th by 7 p.m. So if I have any other question or contribution, I will take them now. But for those of us that are already trading, thanks to Director Mike. We actually have a very wonderful set of people here who are making us feel too good that we are having you here. We have, I think yesterday we had Dr. Emmanuel from Unilag here. I don't know whether he came to class today. And we have directors from the public industry. We have managers here. We have consultants here. So we are not actually coming here to talk to people who are looking for a way to make cheap gains. No, we are talking to people who want to take advantage of the information available to them to secure the future. If not for them, but for their children. Some of the things we are doing now might not be even for us, but it could be for our children. All right. So thank you so much for lending a voice. Engineer Elvis that came around. Thank you for coming around. Detunji, you've been here since we started, and so many other people. There are so many people here who are not from the IPM environment. You've not heard of IPM before. Dr. Nubi is also here. Dr. Nubi, you're just quiet. Nobody's hearing from you. Samuel, you're also here. Nobody's hearing from you. Congratulations. You're just in the background. Emmanuel Kaye, you're also here. Thank you so much for coming around. And there are so many other people. Jeremiah Jide Ojo, thank you for coming. Jeremiah DBA. Imole, you have been here since the beginning. I may not be able to know all the IPM members here, but I know there are some people here who are not IPM members. So please, if you're an IPM member, can you just raise your hand so that we can know those that are our first timers, just wave your hand. If you are an IPM client or trainee, can you just wave your hand? Thank you, 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 thank you. So I have quite a number of people here from the IPM environment. Thank you so much. Okay, then we'll have other people who might not also be from the IPM environment. So for those of us that are joining us for the first time, you might not really know what IPM is all about. Please, IPM is a legally registered professional training and certification body in Nigeria. Okay, so we're into management, training, leadership, business, and anything entrepreneurship. Nubi, your hand is not up. Jeremiah, your hand is not up. Imole, your hand is not up. Have you people withdrawn? Okay, Mr. Femi, your hand is up. At least there are people I know. Or maybe these people are not, they are. Jeremiah's hand is not up. I know Jeremiah. Okay, thank you so much for this wonderful time out this evening. Our encouragement is, please keep taking the time to read, keep taking the time to study about this cryptocurrency thing. And for those of us in the public sector, please, I would like to inform you categorically, it's not as though I'm trying to make any jest or something. If you read the national adoption strategy that we posted today, that was published by federal government, this 2020, you will see that part of the thing they want to do is to introduce blockchain to public sector. So if you're in public sector and you feel like it doesn't concern you, you could be losing out at the end of the day. So please pay attention to it. Some of us could be learning it like a joke now, but if government decides to adopt it at the end of the day, some of us could become the managers of this crypto wallet for the government or their ministry or their departments or parastatals, as it were. And that could mean a whole lot to your increase in salary or promotional opportunities and the likes. So let us not just look at this as we just came to find where to get money. This is not where to get money. We just came to improve our knowledge on how to secure the future. That's all. Okay. So once again, I would like to say a very big thank you. And I would like to encourage everyone here, for all Nigerians, please go and download the National Adoption Strategy for Blockchain and Cryptocurrency in Nigeria by the Federal Ministry of Education, sorry, federal government. It has been sent to the WhatsApp group. We had to download that today from Nigerian Promotion and, is it Nigerian Investment and Promotion Council, Nigerian Promotion and Investment Council. We had a commission rather. We had to download that today straight from government and we sent it to you. So please take your time, read it, digest it. If you need to print it, please print it, go through it. Look at how cryptocurrency will affect your own career or your own place of work in the future with what government is proposing. Because even in the adoption strategy, they have already proposed regulatory approaches to cryptocurrency in Nigeria, okay? And whether you believe it or yes, all those people dealing with cryptocurrency in Nigeria, they are paying tax. How do they pay tax? For some of them that own businesses, that you pay to their business account, then they exchange BTC for you. That particular money that comes to them, the government collects VAT on it. So whether we believe it or yes, cryptocurrency is already contributing to the GDP of Nigeria and to Africa at large. Okay, so let's pay attention to it. For some of us here that are in Ghana, let's go and find out from Ghana. Is cryptocurrency, what is government saying about cryptocurrency in your own country? You need to find out. Those of us here that are from Somalia, that are from Cote d'Ivoire, go and find out what they are saying. Okay, whatever country you're joining us from, go and find out what the country is saying, because that will show you the direction, whether you are in the right move or not. That is very, very important. Okay, that is very, very important. My greatest motivation in going into cryptocurrency today is because Nigerian government has accepted it wholeheartedly, that that's part of what they want to use as a legal transactional process. So if government is budgeting to get at least $10 billion in 10 years. Is it not better I join them, even if it's $1 million I make from the whole process? Becoming an early adopter to situations like this will always pay off better off. Okay, because by the time government will start putting up those regulations, it will now be in your favor. Instead of being against you, it will now be in your favor. Okay, so it's important we understand all of these strengths. This is part of the thing we are now talking about as the fundamental analysis. It is on this platform that me personally decided to go into cryptocurrency. I went to the conference. I saw all of the people they brought to come and discuss the cryptocurrency. Virtually all the ICT centers in all the major universities in Nigeria were brought, all the ICT directors, they were brought to that place. All the telecom providers in Nigeria were brought to that conference just to discuss blockchain and technologies that will lead to the rise of blockchain usage in Nigeria. So if government is putting such efforts, why should I now, a person with such an information, now trade it on the basis of personal bias? I don't think that is wise. Okay, I don't think that is wise. So I think we should keep digging, keep digging. Some of us are academic researchers. Go and research, find your information. Okay, and as I drop now, I actually thought ignorance was native to Africa till I started researching on cryptocurrency, and I found out that ignorance is available in every country, in every race. It doesn't fear people. It doesn't bother whether you're black and white. I thought that foolishness and stupidity only exist in Africa. But as I made my research, I found out that it is just common. Stupidity and foolishness does not have barrier. They are just open to everyone who wish to accept them. Okay. Now, why am I saying this? In a country like US, where they use cryptocurrency, essentially they have their ATM, they have their banks regulating, or perhaps issuing paper ledger for BTC. You still have people that will tell you to ban cryptocurrency. Ask them why. Say because they use it for illegal activities. And the question I ask some of these people that are saying this is, how many Bitcoin have been used to sponsor Boko Haram in Nigeria? How many Bitcoin has been used to sponsor terrorism in Nigeria? All the money that we've been receiving, both the ones that were received from abroad and from within, they've all been in dollars and Nigerian naira. And they've been used to also perpetuate nefarious activities. So should we now say ban money? I think if we ban money completely, maybe corruption will stop. I think maybe BTC is the reason why we still have bad leadership in most countries. Maybe Nigeria is a case study. Maybe all of those are leaders that are looting. They are looting via BTC. Maybe somebody could actually correct me if I'm wrong. But coming up to say categorically that cryptocurrencies are used for nefarious activities, so they should be banned. We should actually ban money. We should just ban money and say we are ban money. Money is causing trouble. We ban it. Let everybody go and have their rest. Or we say we ban gold, or we ban land, or we ban which other, anything that money can buy, we just ban it. Anything that will become financial asset, we'll just ban it, because somehow they are the source of greed that are causing the trouble we're having. All right, so let us not build our build our knowledge on hearsay. Let's take the time to read, research, attend trainings where necessary. There are so many free lectures online. Take them. Find out for yourself, what is this thing all about? Okay, and at the end of the day, you have enough information whether to decide to go in or not to go in. I think that is simple enough, right? Okay, so at this juncture, men and brethren, I must say that you have given me an encouragement. Since yesterday, my heart has been paining me. My heart was paining me not because I didn't sleep well, not because I had any health issue, but because of the level of ignorance that have come from people I expected to have had some knowledge about this. And some people who will categorically call you and tell you that Bitcoin is a scam. And you'll be like, are you kidding me? Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so those things are paining my heart. Okay, they are puncturing my heart to see such depths of ignorance from people who have attained the levels of PhD and even more. And they tell you that Bitcoin is a scam. So as a PhD holder, how manager if not taking the time to read and find out whether it's actually a scam or not? Okay. So please, for those of us who really want to find out more, please, we encourage you to go in, learn all you can learn. But for those of us who are not interested, please, don't post the right information at the wrong place and don't post the wrong information at the right place, please. Okay, it's very important. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Hope to see you by Friday next week. We'll keep doing our own research. We also encourage you to do your own research so that whenever we finally gather enough momentum to invest, we'll be investing with confidence. But if we choose not to invest also, we'll be doing that with confidence, not that we are doing it out of fear or ignorance, all right? All right, thank you so much, men and brethren. And we'll have to call it a night from here. God bless you real good. I wish you very great prosperity that eyes have not seen, that ears have not heard, and that which has not entered the heart of man. The kind of prosperity that will make you an envy in your world. And I pray that God will give every one of us here wisdom to explore opportunities, to see far ahead so that we can be able to explore opportunities as they come to us. And as you go in and meditate on all of these things, I trust that we'll come up with good decisions at the end of the day. From me to you is a good night. Have a very wonderful week. And God bless you. Bye-bye.